Okay, we're live. Um, Here we go. Trying to figure this stuff out. So be patient with me. I don't know who all's going to join in here.
Welcome to the
But
world, baby.
I'm watching this
Red and white and
video.
blue. The indoctrination starts as soon as you come out the womb. Pretty quick will make you stupid with curriculums in school. And if the classroom doesn't do the trick, we'll make you watch the news. Pick your team, right or left. Take the red pill or the blue.
This is Tom MacDonald, the system.
Welcome to the world, baby boy. I'll paint you red and white and blue. The indoctrination starts as soon as you come out the womb. Pretty quick will make you stupid with curriculums in school. And if the classroom doesn't do the trick, we'll make you watch the news. Pick your team, right or left. Take the red pill or the blue. You can vote, but even if you win, still everyone will lose. Don't forget to buy designer because Gucci makes you cool. We prioritize material belongings over truth. Get a job that you can stand so you can buy some cans of food.
Yeah, most people don't care about the truth anymore. They just care about, whose truth, which makes no sense. It's like there's the truth, or it's not true. It's not that I have a truth, you have a truth, we each have our own truth. That doesn't work. Either if something happened, it's either true or untrue. If they say it happened and I say it didn't, one of us isn't telling the truth. So how can we both be telling the truth? Well, my truth says it didn't happen. Their truth's the saying it did happen. Well, how? Then that's not, one of us isn't telling the truth. So whatever.
Overseas and not for freedom, there's some oil we can use. Our democracy exists so that you think that you can choose, but our algorithms make you do what we want you to do. What's the problem? Your depressed society has you confused. We got medication for you that you'll probably abuse. Don't get married to a lady who also don't have a clue, and pop out a few babies that are just the same as you. To the system, everyone's a victim. Doesn't matter if you're black or...
Yeah, that having babies that are the same as you, okay. Yeah, you have kids, you want to teach them right from wrong, but I was raised to, don't be the same as my father, don't be the same as my mom, be different, be better if I can be. Don't just follow what everybody else says and does. Do what you do, or just try to be a better person, make the world better. Now everybody's just back to the video, but
right, it hates you all. Here inside the system, violence is a symptom. Fighting for what's right, but somehow everyone is wrong. Welcome to the system, everyone's a victim. Doesn't matter if you're black or white, it hates you all. Here inside the system, violence is a symptom. Fighting for what's right, but somehow everyone is wrong. Welcome to the world, baby girl. I'll paint you pink if that's okay. We'll encourage self-destruction through the music that you play. We divided all the men by trying politics and race, and honestly, it's working awesome. So for you, we'll do the same. Never teaching you to love yourself, inject you full of hate, objectify your sexuality, then blame you for the rape, and weaponize the differences that make our men and women great. And just to screw with you, erase the genders. Everyone's the same. We'll empower you with rights to vote and fight for equal pay. Then have the men turn into women, and you'll fight for them again. But you thought you had it figured out, but everything has changed. Welcome to the system. Please enjoy your stay. Here's a Bible and a bottle of the cheapest booze we make. Find a man who can take care of you to fill the holes we made. Buy a house to settle down, fulfill your duty.
Yeah, there's so much to be said about this and the way the system is gone. And the system is frustrating. And now they're talking to Roe v. Wade. That whole thing leaked out and whatnot. They're fighting for the right to, what they say, to maintain the ability to have abortions, to kill something. It's just, I don't understand that the contradictions, the double standards, you're okay with it this way. You're okay with killing something because it's not born yet, but you're against killing someone who has committed murder and everything else. So something that hasn't done anything wrong has no rights, but somebody who has done has killed somebody and taken away all their rights, those people's rights, they deserve rights. And then it's talking about even Whoopi Goldberg on The View was talking about, well, the humanity of being allowed to have an abortion in a um, clean place and everything. It's like you're talking about humanity of being in a clean place to kill something. And it's just like you don't see the idiotic statement you just made. That just makes no sense.
Procreate and make a couple babies who will also do the same. The system, everyone's a victim. Doesn't matter if you're black or white, it hates you all. Here inside the system, violence is a symptom. Fighting for what's right, but somehow everyone is wrong. Welcome to the system, everyone's a victim. Doesn't matter if you're black or white, it hates you all. Here inside the system, violence is a symptom. Fighting for what's right, but somehow everyone is wrong. Welcome to the world, everybody. I'ma paint you black and white. I'ma make you hate each other so that everyone will fight. I'ma give you our religion, let the righteous find the light, but I will also give you science to...
Yes, that is what the media and the government has done. They have spread this racial division amongst people big time. It's like, and that's another thing that just, I don't get it. Well, I get it, and it's kind of contradictory. If you call someone a black king or a black queen, that's kudos. If you call them a black asshole, that's racist. So now, depending on if the adjective is black, the noun is now making whatever the adjective is racist. So if you're, it just because I say, if I call someone, if someone calls me a white asshole, okay, you stated I'm white, okay, that's a fact, I'm white, congratulations. You called me an asshole, that's your opinion. I don't take it as racist, but everything's about racism. Everything you say now has gotten to the point where they're going to try to figure out a way to make it about something that it wasn't.
How's the word of Christ? And I'm gonna give you borders, they're imaginary lines. If you cross them, go to war and win when everybody dies. And I'm gonna give you money that you'll value more than life, and let the 1% have everything while you fight to survive. And then I'll give you politics, I'll call it left and right. And while you divide yourselves, I will conquer both the sides. Can't you see? I'm the system, my whole purpose is divide. What you choose will never matter because everything is mine. Welcome to the system, everyone's a victim. Doesn't matter if you're black or white, it hates you all. Here inside the system, violence is a symptom. Fighting for what's right, but somehow everyone is wrong. Welcome to the system, everyone's a victim. Doesn't matter if you're black or white, it hates you all. Here inside the system, violence is a symptom. Fighting for what's right, but somehow everyone is wrong. Welcome to the system, everyone's a victim. Doesn't matter if you're black or white, it hates you all. Here inside the system, violence is a symptom. Fighting for what's right, but somehow everyone is wrong.
Now, I think Nova Rockefeller is awesome. I think Tom MacDonald's awesome. I've seen other rappers and stuff, but we're gonna stay on this live, and I'm gonna go through some stuff that I've been watching and seeing stuff, and it's just hilarious. Well, it's not hilarious. It's sad, and it's just getting to be crazy. And here's a Democrats. Well, it'll be here in a minute. We got an ad.
The latest on the battle over abortion after that draft Supreme Court opinion leaked. Democrats scrambling in the event the court overturns Roe v. Wade. Rachel Scott is tracking it all this morning. And Rachel, Democrats and the White House realizing they've got very few options on this one.
Cecilia, good morning. Extremely limited options. Democrats have been desperately trying to find a path forward to protect access to abortion for millions of women in this country. They do have a plan, but they do not have the
trying to protect access to abortion for women. And they call it, they say it's protecting a woman's right to choose. Well, okay. If she chose to go out, she chose to who to go out with. There was a lot of choices made. She chose to have sex. She chose to what contraceptives to use or not use, what protection to take. But everybody knows. I mean, it's taught in school and everything every year from what I'd say at least fifth grade on, fifth grade, sixth grade, seventh grade, eighth grade, ninth grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, 12th grade. There's at some stage, they're going over sex education. And it's being drilled in there that no matter what you use, there's the chance you could get pregnant. So you run the risk, but then you get pregnant. And I mean, they have so many different condoms. They have the spermicide. They have the birth control pill. They have the Plan B pill. They have the diaphragm thing, and many other things. So you have all these ways to try and prevent getting pregnant, and yet you get pregnant. So, but they tell you the only one way to not get pregnant is to not have sex, is to be abstinent. And yet you're not. You get pregnant, so you made all these choices. Now you're gonna oh well, I'll just kill whatever it was. So instead of taking responsibility and for the choices you make, we'll just kill it off. But then they want to talk about humanity of abortion. It's just ridiculous.
Republican support they need to get it done.
This morning, with the Supreme Court possibly poised to overturn Roe versus Wade, Democrats are scrambling to find ways to protect access to abortion.
We are looking at a broad range of options.
The Biden administration promising a fight, but not offering very many specifics. Over on Capitol Hill, Senate Democrats are pushing forward with a vote on legislation that would secure abortion access for millions.
Next week's vote will be one of the most important we take, not only this session, but in this century. Republicans will not be able to hide from the horror they've unleashed on America.
But that bill is...
Okay, Chuck Schumer, I can't stand him. He comes out and he accuses Republicans of doing this, that, and everything. And it's like, what are you talking about? What horror? What's the horror? What horror was unleashed by saying you still have the right to choose? Well, it's not. If I'm not mistaken, I saw something where it said Roe v. Wade is just the protection of privacy of a woman between her and her doctor, if I'm not mistaken. So I think the main problem people have with the whole abortion thing is it being governmentally funded. And What they don't like to talk about, though, and especially Democrats, don't like to admit it, that the whole abortion thing got pushed through from what I was with Planned Parenthood, which Planned Parenthood was set up by I want to say Margaret Sanger, who was a high-ranking female KKK member, and the abortion thing was to start eliminating, start killing off black babies from being born to keep the black population under control. And if that's the case, then you look at throughout history, the black population is staying at about what they say, 13% or 16%. I don't even think it's 16%. I think it's 13% of the national population. So either somebody's got numbers wrong, and if it, so it just doesn't make any sense.
Almost certain to fail. Democrats don't have enough Republican support to get it passed. Only 2 Republican senators support abortion rights, Susan Collins and Lisa Murkowski. Both support legislation that would make a woman's right to obtain an abortion a federal law.
My goal is to codify what is essentially existing law. That means Roe v. Wade.
But Collins declared she will not support the Democrats' bill because it goes too far. This as states race to put their own rules in place before the Supreme Court ruling.
That also brings me to a point. This whole making the federal government, everybody, this country's lost its point. Federal government is not supposed to dictate on everything. That's not what the federal government's supposed to do. The states are supposed to make the laws according to their state and rules. There's a few laws that are supposed to be federal mandated, that are federal. But the states were supposed to govern themselves. Not the federal government is supposed to control all the states. So, yeah. I mean, there's some laws that are going to be federal, but we've gotten away from state law, a lot of state laws, and states governing themselves for the most part, to now the states are just real quick to ask for a handout from the federal government, and then the federal government is the say-all.
Republican lawmakers in Louisiana advanced a bill to classify abortion as a homicide, as Connecticut's Democratic governor signed a bill protecting patients traveling there from states that have outlawed abortion.
No politicians are going to get between you and your doctor.
Outside the Supreme Court, demonstrators face off as investigations into who leaked that opinion.
Oh, they're already saying that that's the next thing. Support women's right to abortion. And okay. Oh my God. Over there in the corner. She's saying women's bodies are more regulated than guns. They're delusional. Also, what is it? It's funny that they're out here. What's funny is they're out here in masks and everything. They had a problem with this. They got a problem with, a woman's right to choose. They need pro-choice. Everybody should have the right to choose. They weren't so willing to. They got rid of that whole right to choose when the vaccines and the mask wearing. No, you're my body, my choice. That went out the window when it came to the vaccine and the mask wearing. But if you want to have an abortion, now it's my body, my choice. So if I want to kill something inside of me, that's my body, my choice. But if I just don't go along with, but then the pandemic and, oh, it's my body, it's not your body, your choice when it comes to the vaccine and wearing a mask, but to kill a baby growing inside of you, now it's your body, your choice. That's hypocrisy. That's double standard. That's stupidity. And which also brings me to the thing that it's like, okay, they're always talking about follow the science. Follow the science. Gotcha. Well, if it's science, then you know that the baby is made up 50% of its chromosomes come from the father, 50% of the chromosomes come from the mother. So that's a 50-50. But the man has no say. I understand, but I also, it's one of those things where it's like, it's not, I'm not going to say it's not fair, because I mean, granted, she has to carry the baby and everything else and so on. But to completely say he has no say, I think that's wrong, because if me and somebody go 50-50 on purchasing a house, a boat, a car, or something, then and once we're married, if we're married, okay, say I have a house. Here you go. Say I have a house, cars, everything, and we get married with no prenup or nothing. We go get divorced or something after so long, for whatever reason. She could be entitled to half of the marital assets that I already had before me and her got together. But I have no rights to our children that we created together. So that just doesn't seem to make sense to me. Anyway.
Draft continues. Chief Justice John Roberts reportedly telling a judicial conference the leak was absolutely appalling. Roberts saying he hoped one bad apple wouldn't change the way Americans view the Supreme Court.
Oh, you know that doesn't happen. They're going to view it one bad apple, and that's the way it goes, because that's just our society. Unless the media decides that's not the way they want to spin it, because even though there was multiple BLM and Antifa protests that were burning down buildings and doing all this, they still kept claiming it was mostly peaceful protests. But one thing jumps out of hand at a Trump rally or something, and it's the whole lot of them are bad. So that's the way the media has been spinning things. I did have one person in here. They left me. That sucks. I'm sad. Anyway, let's go back.
And that is the question hanging over all of this. What are the political consequences of that leak? Chief Justice John Roberts reportedly said that it will not affect the decision-making process, but what upsets him is that it gives the wrong impression of people who are dedicated to serving the high court, George.
Okay, Rachel, thanks very much. Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.
When was the last time you did a proper cleanse of your intestines? Maybe you do them often. Maybe you've never done one. But when most people hear the word cleanse, they envision juicing vegetables into strange green concoctions, or maybe drinking the old school lemon juice and cayenne pepper liquid without any food for days or even weeks on end. That's enough.
So, can anybody hear me on this? If you're on here and you can hear me, say something. So I'm going to be posting on this and staying on here for quite some time. Oh, no. Okay, so we're just looking at this, and I'm going to be finding stuff to look at and talk to people.
When you join IHOP's new rewards program, the International Bank of Pancakes, and start stacking pan coins toward free food, you get a smile on your plate. Download the app and join the rewards program today.
So I got to tell you first that my friends and I was the last one to see Dirty Dancing, and they sat me down and forced me to watch it, and it was the best decision that I had. They were ashamed. I was in college, so it was embarrassing that I hadn't seen it.
It's a little embarrassing.
I know, but she's young. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so I want to get to serious news. So we were talking earlier about how the Supreme Court could potentially overturn Roe v. Wade, and Dirty Dancing has one of the most iconic scenes in pop culture about a botched abortion that took place in 1963. So can you talk to me about your thoughts on the leaked opinion?
Well, I really, like so many of us, maybe, hopefully most of us, I'm horrified that this is really on the table again in 2022. I mean, talk about being in the corner. Like, this is the ultimate.
Okay, Jennifer Gray, seriously, when is the last time she was relevant? Of course she's going to jump on here and say some stupid crap. She's getting put back in the light as whatever. I mean, yeah, back in like the 1980s in what, Red Dawn, Dirty Dancing, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Okay. I mean, Red Dawn, she wasn't really a star in that one. It wasn't wrapped around her. Dirty Dancing, she co-starred with Patrick Swayze. It was that. In Ferris Bueller's Day Off, she starred in it, but she wasn't what the movie was about. I just don't really, and talking about, and then she wants to throw in those little taglines of hers that's affiliated with her and trying to put her back in the corner, this and that. Get over it.
I mean, nobody, if you don't want to have an abortion, don't have one. Just don't have one. Don't take away the choice. It's insane. The idea that we would not
that we would be rolling back is, I don't know, what do you guys think? I mean, I think
We feel the same way.
it's made me,
Okay, I'm not saying that there's no reason to have an abortion, but I think the abortion shouldn't be just because, well, you just don't want to have a kid and you made a bad choice. It should be in dire medical situations, you know. If anybody has anything to say about this, please feel free to join. Let's talk and whatnot.
you feel physically ill today.
Yeah, they're trying to control women.
Well, yeah, you know why? You know why? Because we're too powerful.
Oh, how did it jump from abortion to we're trying to control women? When it's apparent that women are trying to control everything, the world. So if that's the way they feel, it's not trying to control women or anything. But they go too far. It's just, and if that's the case, you're pregnant with either a boy or a girl. So you're trying to control women and men from ever being born. So you want to initially. So if you're trying to say that we're trying to control women, aren't you trying to play God?
No, we're too powerful, and that's.
Oh, and she just said it right there. We're too powerful. What does that mean? How do you figure you're too powerful? But then they complain that it's just right there. Too powerful, yet you cry that you're not treated equally. You don't get paid the same as a man, and all this other stuff. But you're too powerful.
That's all they can do.
Yeah. Well, this is changing topics completely because we're going a little lighter right now. You also dated Johnny Depp.
That is a smooth transition. Left turn.
Oh dear.
I got a whiplash.
Here we go. We're going to jump into Johnny Depp, Amber Heard story about. And they're going to try and say that.
Starring in 21 Jump Street and had become like the ultimate teen idol.
Mm-hmm.
You say that the heat you experienced together was like a bonfire. Besides the obvious, what was it about him that you were so attracted to?
Bunny?
I don't know.
Bad Bunny. Why did you bring him up again?
To leave on a hot note.
Okay, so here's the deal. I had been devastated by a breakup. Devastated. Like didn't know which way was up. And I don't know about you guys, but as a young wild thing, I just saw something like a 1989 Johnny Depp as just the what did you call a palate cleanser? Well, this young man, who I didn't know who he was because I wasn't a teeny bopper, and I wasn't watching 21 Jump Street, and I didn't read Tiger Beat magazine. When I got set up on a blind date with him, I was like, oh no. I was like, I think this will do. I was like, Matthew who?
You know why you guys up?
My agent.
Well,
That's a good
Who was trying to sign him.
yeah. You have to.
Actually, I've never.
You are killing me here.
What am I
Sammy.
killing?
Listen,
What she
she's killing me. You have.
Wait a minute. Did she just say that her agent set her up with Johnny Depp because her agent was trying to sign Johnny Depp? So basically what she's saying is her agent, which she was happy to be with, pimped her out to try and sign somebody. What? But it was okay because she had just broken up with some guy and Johnny Depp was hot and she needed a palate cleanser. What the hell?
To come back anytime. You have to come and you have to sit and come call.
So they sit and they talk like that. Hear it again.
And I wasn't watching 21 Jump Street, and I didn't read Tiger Beat magazine. When I got set up on a blind date with him, I was like, I was like, I think this will do. I was like, Matthew who?
You know what?
My agent.
Well,
That's a good agent. Who was trying to sign him.
Yeah.
So, like I said, there it is again. That's pimping her out. Oh my God. Anyway.
Actually, I've never.
You are killing me here.
What am I killing?
Listen.
What
she's killing me. You have to come back anytime. You have to come and you have to sit and come co-host with us.
That'd be awesome.
Oh, they're trying to.
New book is out of the corner. It's available now.
There you go, out of the corner. Trying to build on that. Nobody puts baby in the corner. That line, is that just her? And she didn't even say the line. It was about her. Patrick Swayze said the line, nobody puts baby in the corner. And she's trying to make it that little thing like Arnold Schwarzenegger's I'll Be Back. Get out of here. Okay. This is about.
You look different.
This is destiny.
Embrace it.
2, 1. Okay. Whoopi Goldberg. I was born in 1980. She was around before then, I guess. I don't know. But I grew up, I saw her as a kid in like Sister Act 1 and 2, Jumpin' Jack Flash. What was it? That movie she played with Neil Patrick Harris. I think it was like Clara's Heart or something. Anyway, where she was like Jamaican or something. But never saw The Color Purple. But I've seen her in movies. I've seen her on like a Comic Relief. Here's the thing. She, as far as I knew, yeah, she's done stand-up comedy or something. But she's supposed to be a comedian. Now, I'm not taking away that she doesn't have a point of view. She hasn't seen things throughout her life. But something in her just went weird. Oh, that's another movie. That movie, Made in America, with her and Ted Danson. I remember that one too. But it's just. They had this whatever.
This is a huge audience.
I know.
It's gotten much bigger since last time I was
right.
Yeah. Wow.
But they're still wearing masks.
Yeah. But you can feel the energy. It's exponential.
Yeah. say it is really nice to be back. Thank you.
It's nice to have you back.
It's nice to be here. You know, it's
you had fun.
it's
Though, right?
I did. I have to tell you, it's.
And the view used to be, I thought it was supposed to have people with different viewpoints. That went out the window. Now it's all of them are sitting up there, all with the same freaking viewpoint. And I can't stand watching this, but it's something to just talk about.
One of the best sets I've ever been on.
Wow.
It's called Anansi Boys, written by Neil Gaiman, wonderful writer.
The Nancy Boys?
Anansi.
Anansi.
Yes. A black.
A-N-A-N-S-I.
Yes.
Who are those? Who are they?
The Anansi Boys are the sons of this god, Anansi, because it's all about African gods. Do you remember American Gods, the show that was on? Yeah, okay. So the man who wrote American Gods is the same man who wrote the Anansi Boys. And so this particular book is about the trickster who we in America know more as Brer Rabbit. But in the African stories, he's called Anansi. So it's about Anansi's sons who don't realize.
Wait a minute, I thought the trickster is Loki in Greek mythology, who she just talked about, some whatever bunny. I have no clue.
Brer Rabbit. But in the African stories, he's called Anansi. The trickster who we in America know more as Brer Rabbit. But in the African...
Who the hell is Brer Rabbit? Never heard of it. So that's got me thrown off.
Stories, he's called Anansi. So it's about Anansi's sons who don't realize that they are brothers. If you want a great book to read, it's wonderful. If you want a great book to listen to, a fabulous gentleman called Lenny Henry, who is one of the, you know who? Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm done with this. That's not making any sense. This should be interesting. How is America going backwards on LGBTQ, whatever?
Some say design is beyond your
Right.
We say it's already in your hands. So, what will you design today?
The LGBT community has been making strides fighting for their rights in America for years. But the GOP has introduced a slew of don't say gay style bills that target the community. They're even accusing the left of grooming children to become gay, as if you could do that. But State Senator Hillary McMorrow was not having that. Watch.
I didn't expect to wake up yesterday to the news that the senator from the 22nd district had overnight accused me by name of grooming and sexualizing children in an email fundraising for herself. I want every child in this state to feel seen, heard, and supported, not marginalized and targeted because they are not straight, white, and Christian. We cannot let hateful people tell you otherwise, to scapegoat and deflect from the fact that they are not doing anything to fix the real issues that impact people's lives.
They have no policies. Statistically speaking, Americans have become much more accepting of the gay community. In 1985, 89% of parents said they would be sad if they discovered their child was gay or lesbian. By 2015, it was down to 39%. So the country is evolving. Apparently, the GOP is not. Why?
Well, I think anytime society is taking big steps forward in progression, I think the resistance to it becomes even bigger. I think it's going to continue moving forward, and there will be acceptance.
Here's a thought. How about you not worry about it? Who you go home with and who you decide to sleep with, that's between you and them. Why do you care if I accept it or not? I mean, It makes no sense. I mean,
and the fight is not over. I don't know how long it will take, but it's kind of indicative of how we work as human beings in this society.
It's not a fight. Like, okay, some people, there are families, there are people that, you know, don't agree with vegetarians. Do you see vegetarians fighting to make people accept them? No. You eat what you want. Same thing with being gay. Sleep with who you want. Just, I don't have to accept it or be a part of it or anything. It's your business. I don't have to hear about it. You don't have to talk to me about it. It's just what it is. You know?
The heck out, and we pull back even stronger and we start demonizing people.
Yeah, look, I think the reason that it's back is because it's worked. And because fear and phobias and paranoias, all.
The left talking about fears, phobias, and paranoia, the way they push the, oh, Donald Trump is racist, this is racist, that's racist. Oh, if you don't get vaccinated, you're going to kill everybody. Oh, if you don't wear a mask, you're killing everybody. Oh, it's such, you see the bullshit? Oh my God. But then when they want to push their agenda of saying that there's something about gay and lesbian or whatever, when they want to talk about what they want and they want to demonize somebody, it's, oh, they're spreading fear and phobias and paranoia of that other group. And you're saying exactly that.
That works. And so they no longer can do it surrounding gay marriage. In 2004, 31% of Americans approved of gay marriage, 60% disapproved. In today's day, 70% approve, 31% disapprove. But if you remember, that was the wedge issue in 2004. Funny enough, a friend of mine, Ken Millman, who was the RNC chair and the chairman of George W. Bush's campaign, which used this as a very effective wedge issue. And years later, Ken Millman came out as gay and was a Republican who worked very hard to in support of marriage equality in the Supreme Court. So today's fear is not about gay marriage anymore because we're past that one. Today's fear is about your children. And your children are getting groomed. And your children are being sexualized. And your children are being indoctrinated. Well, let me ask you,
a lot of sex abuse
can
is
you
all on
be
their side,
indoctrinated into being gay or being straight?
Absolutely not. You can't. I mean, there's no way to do it. I forget about
That's BS. Because they say that people, if you don't accept gay and lesbians, then you're indoctrinating and grooming your children to only be straight. So you can indoctrinate them and groom them to be straight, but you can't indoctrinate them and groom them to be gay. It's a double standard. They constantly do it. It's not